Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Math Made Easy with Terry in 10 minutes. So we're talking about graphing of functions, okay? This is gonna be a continuation of some of the graphing as well. So I'm gonna give a general overview, but some of the graphs as well, we're gonna be talking about how to sketch them. We've done that in previous videos, so I'm gonna just focus on some of the graphs I've not talked about here, okay? So like I always say, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to share and like. If you've not done that, I don't know what you're waiting for. And also don't forget to click the notification bell so that when I post new videos, you'll be the first person to know. All right, so this is going to be an overview, okay? I'm going to just talk about things I'm going to do in this video, okay, in this video series, okay? So under graphing, we're going to talk about two things. I'm going to show you um, how to find the X and Y intercepts. Okay, so I've done this in previous video as well. So I have another video for this, how to do the X and Y intercept. And also we're gonna talk about how to sketch linear graphs. Okay, how do you sketch linear graphs? I've already have a video on this in the playlist. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add these videos to the playlist for graphing of functions. Also, I was meant to talk to you about how to sketch a quadratic graph. Okay, I was meant to show you how to sketch a quadratic graph, and I've done this as well. I have also have a video on this as well. So I've talked about this exhaustively. So these three things have already been discussed. All right. So please just go back to the playlist and try as much as possible to watch the video on how to graph the linear graph, a quadratic graph, and X and Y intercept, okay? What I'm going to focus on are these three. I'm going to talk about how do we sketch, okay, a cubic graph, okay? I'm going to see how do we sketch a cubic graph. This is what I'm interested in. And also we're going to talk about how do you also sketch a rational function, okay? How do you sketch a rational function? A rational function. So, okay. So you can call it cubic graph or you can say cubic function. So it depends on what you want to call it, okay? How do you sketch a rational function? So under this part, I'm going to also talk about the concept of how do you find asymptotes. Okay, I'm going to talk about how do you find asymptotes. And for this, we'll talk about, I will talk about how do you find a horizontal asymptote, okay? And how do you also find a what? A vertical asymptote. Then also, we'll now finish it up with what? How do you then sketch, all right? Then when we're done with that, the next one I'm going to talk about with you is we're going to talk about how do you find a rational function. So we're going to talk about how do you sketch a rational function. So we'll see how do you sketch a exponential function. Okay, so I'm going to show you how do you sketch an exponential function. Okay, so here also I'm going to give you an overview of how to do it and how to solve it as well. So these are the three graphs, major graphs we'll be talking about in this series. So I will be starting first with the cubic function. Okay, then after that, I'm going to go straight to the rational function and we'll now finish it up with the exponential function. Those three, the linear graph, the quadratic graph, and the X and Y intercept, I've discussed this already. And please, before you continue with this video on the cubic graph, rational graph, and exponential, please, if you've not watched my video on X and Y intercept, how to find X and Y intercept, that as x-intercept y is equal to 0 and at y-intercept x is equal to 0. I did that as well in both the linear graph and the quadratic graph. Please go back and look at it because you're going to need it in this video series, okay? And please, like I always say, if you have any question, if you're not sure about anything, you can just send me an email. My email is on the channel, or you can also drop me a comment and I will get back to you, okay? All right, so I'm going to see you soon. On the next video, I'm going to talk about how do we sketch a cubic function or a cubic graph. All right, so I'm going to see you soon.